I'm going to tell you all a story tonight, because I'm a storyteller. I'm going to tell you a story about libraries, public education, independent bookstores, taxes. Thought that'd get a bigger laugh. And love. I was raised in Gastonia, North Carolina by two parents who'd been raised in mill villages, by parents who'd been raised on tenant farms. My parents encouraged us to read. In my family, when you turned 6 years old, you got your own library card. And our mom took us to Gastonia's beloved main branch on Garrison Boulevard, which is funded by taxpayers. Also on Garrison, and also funded by taxpayers, is Greer Junior High School. There, an English teacher named Carol Lowry was the first adult to make me feel like I was a writer. A few years later, I enrolled at the University of North Carolina, Asheville, where I currently serve as the writer in residence. It's also funded by taxpayers. During my senior year, I took a class on Appalachian history with Dr. Dan Pierce, who joins me here tonight. From him, I learned about the holiness movement and snake handling, which would later inform my debut novel, A Land More Kind Than Home. When that book was published in 2012, the biggest event on my book tour that summer and fall was at Malacrop's here in Asheville. Since then, Malacrop's has sold more of my books than any other bookstore in the country. And Malacrop's has paid taxes on each of those sales. And buddy, so have I. Now, you might purchase your books from that obscure website named for a river in South America. But chances are you found out about those books because a librarian put them on the shelf, or a bookseller featured them in a store. I stand here tonight as the product of public libraries, public education, and independent bookstores. I would not be here with you tonight if not for these institutions. Now, none of us were able to rent out Venice for our star-studded weddings. And none of us were able to launch Katy Perry into outer space. But we did support our local communities, and we did pay taxes. If you don't clap, you're a bad person. But this is also a story about love, as I said. 20 years ago, a girl and I were walking along Wrightsville Beach when we climbed into an empty lifeguard stand. I told her I was working on a novel set in the mountains of North Carolina. From that moment forward, she believed in me more than I believed in myself, and she still does. She's the most important person in my life, and she has been the most important person in my career. Mallory, if not for you, then nothing. My daughters, Early and Juniper. Every time I put words on the page, I wonder about what you'll think when you read them. And I hope you'll love this state and its people as much as I do. And I hope you'll understand the dignity of work and struggle and the importance of knowing where you come from. Writing has taken me across the country and around the world. But in my heart, I've never left North Carolina. To quote NBA champion and Hall of Famer James Worthy, who was also a product of public education, and whose mother also took him to the library on Garrison Boulevard. The first time James was trash talked by Larry Bird, he said, "Man, do you know where I'm from? I'm from Gastonia." Thank you.